Hi, David. I'm Richard. I know who you are. Oh, do you? For years, the world believed Richard Simmons had vanished without explanation. After 2014, he stopped appearing in public, stopped teaching classes, stopped answering calls. Only one person saw him every day. His longtime companion and housekeeper, Teresa. She fed him, cleaned for him, and sat with him while he cried. As rumors spread, people blamed her. They said she was holding him captive, controlling his life, keeping him hidden. Teresa knew the truth was far simpler and far sadder. Richard did not disappear because of fear or coercion. He disappeared because grief broke something inside him, beginning with the death of a tiny Chihuahua named Teddy. Richard Simmons was born Milton Teagle Simmons on July 12, 1948, at Touro Hospital in New Orleans. He grew up in the French Quarter, a place alive with music, color, and constant performance. His father, Leonard Simmons Sr., was a Methodist who worked as a master of ceremonies and later in thrift stores, always chasing show business dreams that never fully materialized. His mother, Shirley Mae Satin, was a Russian Jewish fan dancer with sharp humor and fearless confidence. Their home felt like a stage crossed with a circus. Performers came and went, costumes lay around the house, and laughter mixed with tension. From the moment Richard could walk, he was surrounded by spectacle. That environment shaped him deeply. He learned early how to entertain, how to speak to strangers, how to charm people with humor and warmth. Even family walks through the French Quarter felt like performances, with tourists watching and vendors calling out. Richard absorbed it all. But alongside the joy, something darker took root. Food became comfort. By age 4, he had tasted nearly every sweet the neighborhood offered. He sold pralines to tourists, smiling wide, talking fast, learning how to connect. At the same time, food became tied to love, safety, and belonging. By 5, he already felt shame about his body. He sometimes bathed in the dark so he wouldn't have to look at himself. School was cruel. At St. Louis Cathedral School, classmates mocked him relentlessly for his weight. One Thanksgiving, a group of boys surrounded him and demanded he announce how much he weighed. Their laughter burned into his memory. He learned to hide in bathrooms, to deflect pain with jokes, to perform before anyone could hurt him first. At home, things weren't much easier. His father viewed overeating as laziness and criticized him harshly. The pressure pushed Richard toward religion, where rituals and confession offered brief comfort. He called himself a practicing faux Catholic, caught between faiths and identities he didn't fully understand, especially after discovering as a teenager that he was Jewish by birth. By his late teens, Richard weighed 268 pounds and suffered from severe joint pain caused by a congenital knee defect. Doctors warned him that his weight could permanently damage his body. Humor became his survival tool. On stage, at talent shows, among friends, he was loud and unforgettable. Inside, he felt lost and ashamed. Education became his escape. At Brother Martin High School, he worked as a janitor alongside his brother to pay tuition. He discovered art, drama, and mentors who believed in him. His uncle helped fund his college education and inspired him to change his name to Richard. After studying at universities in Louisiana and Florida, Richard spent time in Florence, Italy, and even appeared briefly in a Federico Fellini film. But his weight followed him everywhere. In 1969, after being rejected from a job in New York because of his size, something snapped. From 1969 to 1971, he lost more than 120 pounds through extreme dieting, therapy, and relentless jogging. The process nearly destroyed him. His hair fell out. His skin sagged. He spent a fortune on cosmetic surgery. He knew he had gone too far, but the transformation ignited a mission. At 22, he moved to Los Angeles. He took odd jobs, tried acting, sold candy on the street, and eventually drifted into the fitness world. In 1974, he opened a small studio on Sunset Boulevard called Anatomy Asylum. It was designed for people who felt unwelcome everywhere else. He charged $1 per class and banned mirrors and scales. He wanted people to feel safe, not judged. A salad bar inside the studio taught clients how to eat better without shame. Word spread quickly. Celebrities showed up quietly. Ordinary people felt seen for the first time. The studio evolved into Simmons in Beverly Hills, a colorful, playful space filled with music and joy. Richard led workouts that felt more like parties than punishment. He used humor to break fear and resistance. His empathy changed lives. He protested dishonest weight loss centers, showed up at fans' homes with groceries, and blurred the line between coach and friend. In 1979, his appearance on General Hospital launched him into national fame. Soon came his own television show, best-selling books, fitness videos, and the Sweatin' to the Oldies phenomenon, which turned living rooms into dance floors across America. At his peak, Richard Simmons was everywhere. His videos sold in the tens of millions. His message was simple. Movement should feel joyful, not humiliating. He talked openly about shame, failure, and starting over. Behind the scenes, he quietly paid for bariatric surgeries for low-income individuals and donated millions to charities, including AIDS research, without seeking recognition. He stayed silent about his sexuality, choosing privacy over labels. Through all of it, Teresa remained by his side. Their bond lasted decades and became his anchor. In 1995, he adopted a Chihuahua named Teddy, who became his emotional lifeline. When Teddy died in 2013, Richard collapsed inward. He withdrew from the world, caring for stray animals and retreating into solitude. In 2014, he closed Simmons without warning, telling Teresa he no longer felt beautiful and feared disappointing people. The public panicked. Rumors exploded. A podcast fueled conspiracy theories. Richard insisted he was fine and wanted privacy. But the noise never stopped. On July 13, 2024, 2 days after his 76th birthday, Richard Simmons died at home after a fall. His death was ruled accidental. What followed was a painful legal battle over his estate, overshadowing the life he lived. Yet his legacy remains untouched by the chaos. Millions moved because of him. Millions felt accepted because of him. He made fitness joyful, inclusive, and human. Richard Simmons did not disappear. He simply gave everything he had until there was nothing left to give.